Hello and welcome to this episode of Peak Life. Today we're talking about a really important piece of local government, public hearings. It's an opportunity for all of you to be able to make your voice heard. And here to tell us all about it is Alyssa Neil from the Planning Department. Alyssa, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me here today. I appreciate it.
So public hearings are a really critical piece of how we do business here at the government. From the planning point of view, what is a public hearing?
So a public hearing is an opportunity for citizens to review and comment on local issues, discretionary land use applications, and other government actions to the governing body.
Okay. And there's lots of different types, lots of different departments hold their own public hearings. What are some of the different types that we tend to see around here?
So some of the different types include the Board of Zoning Appeals as a public hearing, the Chesapeake Bay Preservation Area, they have a public hearing, and then of course, the most prominent, most well-known is, of course, City Council public hearings,
Yes.
And then in the Planning Department, we really review the Planning Commission public hearings.
Okay, so
Yeah.
lots of opportunities to get involved.
That's right.
How can somebody find out when a public hearing is happening, where it's happening?
Sure. So a lot of times for the applications that are scheduled for public hearings, you will see legal advertisements in the newspaper or mail-outs to adjacent property owners, big signs posted on the property, and a lot of times, citizens will share public hearing notice information on social media.
Yeah.
So there are a variety of ways, and they're not all the same across all the different types of public hearings. So essentially, you can go onto the website or call the phone number for the information.
Perfect. Yeah, we are really constantly looking, I know in the Public Communications Department, for new and different ways to make sure that our community is aware of these public hearings, because we really want people to come out and give their opinions. It's a super important piece of local government. Now, it can feel very intimidating, especially like if you're reading it in the newspaper and it's a lot of legal jargon, maybe it's hard to understand. What would you say to someone who feels a little intimidated with the idea of giving their opinion publicly?
Yeah, and I even said it in the beginning that it's a formal public meeting, but it's not formal. You don't need to wear formal business attire or anything of that nature. It's just formal in that there are set rules and procedures for the meeting, and there's an opportunity for you to come to fill out a speaker card beforehand, and then they will call you by name to come up to the podium. And if at that point you're still not feeling comfortable, you could not speak at that point, but we encourage you to, because that's the whole purpose, is for the governing body to hear what you have to say, to provide that human experience to those applications.
So is that the same for the Planning Commission meetings and City Council? You have to sign up ahead of time in order to speak at either of those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and I think that there are some rules depending on the day or the topics being discussed on what you're allowed to speak to. But honestly, I would tell people, don't let it intimidate you, because when you go to these meetings, there are so many friendly people who are there to guide you to where you need to go, right? Anytime I go to a council meeting, it can be intimidating,
Right.
But ask the questions, right? Ask the questions to get the information that you need.
Yeah, absolutely. And at Planning Commission meetings, we have a staff member who's down there to assist you, to help you understand, the agenda, how it's laid out, and what items are on the agenda, and to help you fill out your speaker card even. So, we definitely have a lot of people who are there to help you. That's, the ultimate goal is everybody work together,
Absolutely.
to make you feel comfortable.
Now, is there a way for people to give their thoughts and opinions on certain things going through without having to actually show up?
There is for Planning Commission meetings.
Okay.
I won't speak to all of the other different types of public hearings that we do have, but for Planning Commission meetings, there is a form that you can fill out on the city's website, and it has to be submitted prior to 4 o'clock on the day of the public hearing that it's scheduled for.
And so much of that, am I right to say that that's just sort of to help them stay on track with their timeline? With certain things, if they have to make a decision by, X day, you got to get all your comments in ahead of time so they can consider it.
Right. It's that length of time is to allow us time to give the information to, the commissioners.
Great.
Right.
Give everybody time to.
And for them to process it and whatnot.
And we're talking about more of the formal stuff, but there are planning, public works, a lot of different departments hold the information meetings, right?
Yes.
Also a great opportunity to, if not come and learn, come and express your thoughts on projects going on around town, because staff members are going to be taking that back to the decision makers.
Oh yeah, those meetings are my favorite. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you do get that one-on-one time to interact with citizens and to really hear what they have to say. I mean, that's what planning is all about. I mean, we're not planning for us personally. We're planning for the city, for the city's future. You know what I mean? And that's the citizens.
In the planning department with these applications, staff will take a look. They'll, do their reporting, put their knowledge into it, and make their recommendation.
Right.
That will then go to the planning commission.
Right.
Which will vote yay or nay.
Planning Commission for most of the applications also makes a recommendation.
Okay.
And then City Council is the ultimate approving or denying authority. There
Got
are
it.
some applications where Planning Commission does have the final say.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
but-
in general, lots of different opportunities for you to speak to even the same thing.
Yes,
Same process.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
that's very important.
Awesome. Alyssa, we will send folks to the website
Yes.
to find out more about public hearings. We'll put something right there on the homepage for easy access. And thank you so much for providing this education on such a really important piece of our government.
Thank you for having me here today. I appreciate it.
That does it for this episode of Peak Life. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.